Okay, so now that we have our clip cut to where we want it, we're going to start overlaying the pictures that we call B-roll. So that can be pictures or video that lay on top of the raw footage. Now the raw footage obviously is Mrs. Sussman, and as she's speaking, if the whole time we just have her speaking, as lovely as she is, it could get kind of boring. And we want to tell the story through pictures. That's what moving pictures mean, right? We tell the story through pictures. So we're going to add pictures in, and this is a layering situation. So let's listen to Mrs. Sussman speak. I'm taking it from like about 30 seconds in here.
I think, in a Stadel Krivich at that.
All right, so she says her name.
I was born in 1933, I think, in a Stadel Krivich. At that time it was Poland.
Okay, so she tells us a little bit about where she's from, right? So we're going to go back a little bit to the Krivici, and I have a JPEG over here that is where Krivici is. We could probably find a better one, but this is the one I had. And we drag it right over the top of Mrs. Sussman talking. So you see how when you put it right over the top there, you can still see some of her there. So this is what we do. We click on the picture and we go over here to Effect Controls. We open up, this is all the different things you can do to this picture, okay? So I'm going to just go with scale right now, and I'm just going to make it large enough so it takes over the screen, okay? We can get more in depth with this, but this is just to show you how it's done. And then she talks about how it was Poland, and then it became Belarus. So we're going to take this one that says Belarus and put it right next to it. So we'll go over the top of that, and you see it's a lot smaller. So I double click on that picture. I go to Effects Control. I open up the scale and I enlarge it. Now you see it doesn't get any bigger. So where it says 200 here, I'm going to go, let's start with 300. See how that works. Still not big enough. Okay, we're going to go to 400. Now we can go down a little. Let's go to 350. See if that works. Still not working appropriately. So let's go to 375. There we go. So we see Poland and we see Belarus, and over here is Russia, and you can play around more with this. You can rotate it differently. You can position it. We can change the positioning. Look, back and forth, up and down. We may want to go down a little so we see Russia better. There you go. So it shows us Belarus. Now we're going to move it over so we see Poland as well. Right there. Okay, so we see Poland, we see Belarus, and we see Russia. And now we know that picture works. So we're going to back up a little, and we are going to...
At that time it was
See how it's
Poland.
shaped the same?
Before the First World War it was Russia, and after the First World War it became Poland. And as a kid I remember the Poles you see out.
So that's how you do it. And you're going to go throughout this video, and you're going to listen to her talk, and then you're going to choose the pictures that work along with her. Now, not all these pictures here are going into this video, so you'll hear her speak, and we'll get to another section where she talks about...
Right when we had a synagogue.
So she had a synagogue. We're going to go back just a little bit. We have the synagogue here. It's synagogue 2, because you'll notice if you put this synagogue in, it's kind of blurry. And you are welcome to look up different pictures. I just grabbed something to teach you with. And then what do? We double click on it. We go to Effect Control. We go to Scale. We enlarge. It's not going to be big enough. We're going to go to 450 if I remember correctly. I bring it down just a little bit from here. You can even keep the word synagogue in there. So you can decide to go maybe 400, see if we can get still the whole picture. Nope, now we have to move it up. Perfect. So there's synagogue, okay? And then she talks about the mikveh. What a mikveh is a ritual bath, but I had already put another picture into of the community. So here we go. Jews in Krivici in 1940. I put that next to it just so that it gives a variety and make it larger. So you're going to do this throughout your project. And like I said, if you like, oh, that came out pretty perfectly, didn't it? But you are welcome to move it around. I'm gonna get that boy in there. Okay, and then the mikvah is here as well. Let me find that. This is a mikvah right here. And I took it, and instead of keeping it in color, I changed it to black and white because I thought it was more appropriate for it to be in black and white. And how you do that is that black and white would be considered an it's a video effect. So we open video effects and we find image control, black and white. We just take it and we drag it right on top of that picture and it turns it black and white. And if you want to play around with it once it's here, look where it showed up. If you ever don't want it to be black and white, you could either click on here and hit delete, or where it says FX here, that's an effect. You just click that and it puts an X over and it takes it away, or you can bring it back again. Okay, so that's how you do that. And now
wife and I, we had a synagogue, we had a Jewish slaughterhouse. It was a kosher. We had a mikvah, which is Friday nights. I used to go for Friday afternoons. I used to go with my mother. That was very rewarding. I used to look forward to it.
So I want you to work through the worksheet and put all the pictures in where they belong, size them appropriately, make sure they look right, or if you'd like to, find new pictures, and there'll be places for you to look on the worksheet, Google searches you can do. And the only other part I want to show you is you can do this with either still or video. So let's listen to Mrs. Sussman. I'm going to lower her.
The Russians came to us.
Okay, so the Russians came to us. Right there is where we're going to put in the video clip that says here, Soviet footage, okay? And you do the same thing. You just take it and you grab it and you click on it and you're going to do effects control and you want to enlarge it so it takes up the screen. There you go. Let's play it.
It changed.
Perfect.
The Russians came to us and life has changed altogether. People are afraid because the Russians.
So I just found this footage on YouTube and I downloaded it and then cut it up to the size I wanted it and popped it in here. So work on that for this week.